This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Sam Eggington, the Savage, here in Edgbaston. Sam, first and foremost, how you doing?
I'm alright, pal. I'm tired, but I'm alright, yeah.
I was going to say, I said it to the rest of the guys, I don't envy you guys out here today doing your running training, but it needs a must. Obviously, you've all got fight dates to work towards. We'll start off with yourself before moving on to your campmates. Ashley Theophane in December. First and foremost, how did that fight come about?
I don't know, honestly, pal. We was trying to get a fight, I was on Shaq's undercard at the time. We had a 6 rounder, maybe an 8. Shaq's fight fell through for some reasons. And, they wanted the main event. I said I'd do it, why not? Everyone needs to eat. So I'm there to work. And they just sorted, I can't tell you where their opponent come from. They sorted that out between themselves. I was just happy to say, look, I'll do a 10, 12 rounder, top of the bill on the 11th or whenever it was. So it come about, do you know what I mean? So I'm well up for it.
Ashley Theophane, a well-travelled, a well-seasoned opponent for yourself. What are you actually expecting from him now, though, and what do you think he still has left at this stage of his career?
Like I've said to you before, I don't know. I don't watch him. I generally don't watch boxing all that much, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I leave it to the team. 9 times out of 10, they're right, and we'll go from there. Like you say, he's well seen, he's well travelled. He's trained at quality gyms, it goes without saying. So he knows his way around. But I feel like I do. I'm not a young kid, trying to get his breakout fights, you know what I mean? I've done all that. I'm nearly 40 fights deep at the moment, so it'll be a good fight. I think he'll try and, old man me a bit, but after the decision I got last time, I don't think he'll be able to do that. I'm going to leave nothing in the ring.
We'll come on to that shortly, but I spoke to Ashley yesterday, and Ashley said he doesn't care if he loses. In his mind, this could be one of, if not his last fight, then certainly one of the last 2 fights for him. Just kind of your thoughts on those comments. And does it impact your mentality at all, knowing that he's kind of thought like that?
Look, it don't impact my mentality. You've come and interviewed me here when I was doing 6 rounds in Oldham. I was training 12 rounds for Liam Smith. You've saw me here, I train the same every time. I leave nothing to chance. I think his comments are an easy way out. It might be my last fight, blah, 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 blah. I could have, I could say that at the moment, you know what I mean? It's just an easy way out, if I'm honest. But like I say, it doesn't impact me, whether it was Ashley at 28 or Ashley, now. Either way, I'm going in the ring to do a job, and that's what I'll do.
Moving into 2021, it's still uncertain times for many, but we've seen boxing kind of come back with some very good shows over these past four or so months. What are your expectations for next year?
It's hard to say, really, pal. I'm not involved with all that, that madness behind the scenes. I know that at the moment we're in lockdown and there's closed shows, and I think at the moment we've got to be happy with that. There's shows on. No, audience at the moment, but there's boxing shows, so I think boxers just got to sit back and think, if I stay in the gym, I stay ready, and the phone rings, I could get out, and that's the mentality you got to have with this. I can't say whether it'll come back next year or so on and so forth. I'm just doing me, and when the phone rings, I'm making sure that I'm more than ready.
I remember, obviously, you mentioned earlier on what happened with your last fight and the decision there, and I remember in the immediate aftermath of that fight, we did an interview a few days after it, and you said the frustration kind of boiled over from past times when you felt you never got the rub of the green, when you had tight decisions go against you. Does it still play on your mind?
It does, like, because I know, and I know people want to say, yeah, you'll say that because you're in that position. If I won a fight that people might have thought I lost, and not just the opposite team, a lot of people, Twitter went wild. I don't know a soul on my Twitter, personally. They're just people from, boxing. A lot of them thought I'd won. If I ever won a fight that a lot of people thought I'd lost, I'd definitely go back and rerun it. Because the fact is, I don't want it to look like, I got away with that one. Do you know what I mean? So I've either won a fight or I've lost a fight, and that's the way my career's gone. As you can see, I got 0 draws because the fact is, yeah, I'll put it all in. If it comes out my side, you know, then I'm buzzing. But you know, it doesn't sometimes. But if I ever won a fight that a lot of people thought I'd won, I'd definitely run it back.
We have seen yourself and Ted have exchanges over social media about that possible rematch at some point. Ted says it needs to happen with a crowd in his opinion. In yours, do you think that's the case?
I don't think so. I mean, I understand Ted. What we got paid for the first fight, show after lockdown, yada. Second fight, it was a good fight. They know that we deserve a bit more money. I get that, but I don't know what sort of money he's asking for. But if he's asking for too much money for Eddie to say he's asking for too much, you got to be asking for a lot of money. The fact is, we're 2 British fighters, top 10 in Britain, fighting for an international title. What can you ask for? Do you know what I'm saying? You can't ask for much. I mean, it was a good fight. We deserve more money. How much more money? You know, is something you got to negotiate. But he's obviously negotiating well out of chance. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and that's the irritating thing. It could have been a big fight. But what can you do? And it still probably could. You know, I'm not saying Ted's scared or he doesn't want to fight, but at the moment that's how it looks to me personally. But you know, what can you do? And this is the thing. People are saying, you're moving on, blah blah. I can't sit and wait. Do you know what I'm saying? He beat me when I don't think he should have, and I've been made manager for the British, and I just think, you know, that's a bit of pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know, but if we could ever run it back, you know, I'm 100% there.
Just to move away from yourself, Sam, just get your thoughts on your campmates. We know Shaq and Peters, Casey Benjamin, both here today, both training for fight dates, whether it be on yours or the show after. Start off with Shaq and Peters. How's Shaq been looking in camp ahead of his bout with Craig Richards?
You don't have to look at Shaq to know, you know, he's always in the gym. He's always doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? He looks good. You know what I'm saying? What else am I meant to say? It's a pointless question, if I'm honest, because people are going to say, "Is he gym mate?" He's going to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? But he looks good. I spar a lot with Casey. You know, Casey always looks good. He hits with both hands. He can switch hit. You know, he's quality. He just needs the right. You know, you need someone to see him to really push him. And when he gets that, a lot of people will see the best of Casey.
And then this past weekend we saw Terence Crawford versus Cal Brooks. Sam, I'm sure you tuned in for that. What did you make of Terence's victory?
I didn't tune in, if I'm honest. No, like I say, I don't watch boxing, and if it's late night, then you got no chance. I watched a bit of it, obviously afterwards. It's Terence Crawford. You know, I think, you know, a Cal Brook at his best would have given Terence Crawford nightmares, but Terence Crawford was still pound for pound. I think even Cal Brook at his best, it would have been a really hard night for him to win. So, you know, I thought Cal Brook was out there earlier than I thought he would have been, but like I say, I don't think that was Cal Brook at his best, and you know, it's Terence Crawford. He's arguably pound for pound number 1, so I'm not shocked.
Sam, I'll leave that there now. I know you've got to shoot off and you've got some other commitments for today. I appreciate your time, but best of luck with the rest of your preparations. Thanks, Speed to Boxing Social.
Thanks a lot, pal. Cheers.